This is the 2018 Fiat Fullback Cross. It's powered by a 2.4 litre diesel engine which produces 180 brake horsepower. It then also produces 430 newton meters of torque, so it doesn't hang around. Now, getting that power onto the ground is all-wheel drive. You have a 6-speed box, and then you have all the little bits that you want. Now, Fiat have placed this right in the middle of the hardcore commercial meets lifestyle. If you want something which is ultra lifestyle but maybe isn't as hardcore off-road, you go for something like an Amarok. So while it is totally capable, it just doesn't have as many off-road features as a Fullback would. And then you have the proper hardcore, which is something like a Ranger Wildtrak, which is ultra off-road but is also ultra commercial. While it does have its lifestyle amenities, it is a commercial truck. So the Fullback Cross is placed right in the middle, and it does everything really, really well. The gig challenge, which is fuel economy, comfort, kind of everything rolled into one. And I'd love to say it's equipment in the back, but sadly no rolling top. I can't risk my stuff getting wet and or stolen in traffic, so it's all in the cab with me. How's it gonna do? .3 miles per gallon, so take off the fact that the computers aren't always accurate, make that 30 miles per gallon. Now, that's not driving in an economical way. I was driving to get to my destination without speeding, but keeping my speed up. So, starting with the inside, you are surrounded by plastic, but realistically in this day and age, unless you spend substantial figures on a truck or a luxury German wagon, you will have lots of plastic everywhere. But this is good build plastic, this is hard wearing plastic, and this is something which you would consider on a site would very easily deal with lumps and bumps and scrapes that are going to happen while you're living with it. But then on the lifestyle flip side, if you've got a family and the kids are in the back, it's going to deal with your kids throwing stuff all over the place, and where you might have leather and it would rip. It's comfortable inside. All the seats are very good, and the rear seats have good legroom, and I would say that the rear legroom is better than something like Navara. And then to complement the lifestyle part of this truck, it then has Isofix in the back for the baby seats at the weekend. The infotainment is okay. It's not the most advanced, and it does lack Apple CarPlay from what I've seen. However, it's a good base to work with. It's got a decent sounding sound system for a standard sound system. The sat nav is quite accurate, lets you know of traffic as it's coming up, and it's not impossible to figure out what's going on with it. You can actually figure out how to navigate it pretty quickly. The rest of the controls are idiot proof. Outside, it's rugged and hardcore. This doesn't have huge tyres, which means when you take it off-road, you're not going to get bogged down as easily, and you have a bit more movement and traction. It's lifted so that within reason you kind of go over any obstacle on-road or off-road. Speed bumps don't tend to be much of a problem, and you don't really ever have to slow down for them. Now, when it comes to driving this in the city, all-round visibility is very good. Big wing mirrors, easy to see over the edges. Width-wise, you also don't have any issues. It's not a massively wide truck. Width restrictions aren't going to scarper your chances of getting into a car park, nor are the height restrictions, as most multi-stories, within reason, this is going to go into. The normal payload on this is just over 1,000 kilograms, and the gross total weight of the vehicle, as in the max that the vehicle can take, is 2.9 tons. The curb weight of this vehicle is 1.8 tons. So add on that just over a ton of payload weight you can get, and that gives you that 2.9 tons weight gross vehicle weight that you can have. However, you can tow 3.1 tons of weight. It's not quite the 3.5 ton which some of its competitors will offer you, but it is a good enough, reasonable amount of weight to be able to tow that it won't hang around. So general driving this, performance wise, it's 180 brake horsepower. It doesn't hang around. The gearbox feels commercial, but you trust it. The brakes are slightly spongy, but not in a bad way, because they do definitely stop you when you need it to. off-road performance wise, it's impressive. This is, while not unstoppable, is extremely capable off-road. Even on road tyres, I was taking up muddy clay kind of areas where I thought this was just going to get bogged down straight away, and you stuck it into low range, you locked your centre and your rear diff, and it just did really, really well. The only issue that I had with it was when it came to long journeys, and that wasn't actually inherent in the design of the truck as such, i.e. if you stick a rolling and locking top on the back, your issues will disappear. The fuel economy is where this got held back for me. Because the back is open, it acts as if almost a wind sail, which meant on a run I didn't see the figures I wanted. I would only see 32, 33 miles per gallon at best. But funnily enough, around town I would see up to 42 or 43 miles per gallon, because the wind isn't affecting it as much. As long as you had a clear run, it really had the potential to get great fuel economy. So if you were to have the locking rolling back on this, or you were to have even a cab on the back, your fuel economy would be substantially better than you would think you'd be able to get.